Good to be here. I'm excited to give this presentation. I have some exciting information and good to see each one of you. And because this is going to be put up on YouTube, I'm going to introduce myself for everybody because some people may come to this on YouTube and not know who I am. My name's Fritz Springmeier and I'm an author. I have been researching, investigating the Illuminati, the mother of all secret societies, for over 25 years. I wrote a series of books on the Illuminati, 7-book series. And I worked for a number of years trying to help insiders, people that were members of the Illuminati, get out of that organization. And that was exciting, to say the least. That was really an effort where I went where angels would fear to tread. And anyway, I survived it all to be here today. And I've told people before that whenever I give these talks, it's like the strangest things happen. I came up Highway 99, 4 lanes, right? And there's a barrier in between. And there was a guy going the wrong way. Now, how's that happen? I had to go around him. So anyway, there was a number of things like that happen today, and it was just like, wow, this is kind of par for the course whenever I'm going to give a talk. Okay, this is the topic. The role of the Illuminati, occult philosophy in 9/11. When I was asked to give this talk, I thought to myself, now what can I do that's fresh? This information is not necessarily new, but hopefully my approach to it will be fresh and give you a fresh approach. Who are the Illuminati? I'm going to read from a book that I haven't published yet. It's my newest book. And I write, so what is the Illuminati? They are a worldwide secret society whose membership is almost exclusively drawn from elite powerful bloodlines, except for some special non-bloodline occultists who are attached to the fringes. They were the governing body of the mystery religions in ancient times, and have since the days of the pharaohs considered themselves illuminated to divinity. Our present world system was created by them and is controlled behind the scenes by them. So, for those of you that aren't familiar, that is a fairly accurate definition. Now, some of you have probably heard of the Bavarian Illuminati. The Illuminati itself, these bloodlines, created a branch of themselves, just like this library is a branch of Multnomah County Library System. They created a branch, the Bavarian Illuminati. And we learned about the Bavarian Illuminati from one of the most intelligent men, most respected men in Europe of the time. They were created, the Bavarian Illuminati was created in 1776. And there was a high-ranking Freemason who was one of the top scientists in the world at the time, James Robison. And he watched the Illuminati come into the Masonic lodges and illuminize them. So he wrote an expose of it because he didn't want to be illuminized to divinity. He wrote an expose, Proofs of a Conspiracy. And one of the little tidbits that he gives in this book was he tells us, because he was well informed and well connected, he informs us of what the ritual was for the level of regent in the Bavarian Illuminati. It's just a little tidbit that he throws out there that is kind of meaningless until you fast forward and there were a group of college students, and you can just picture them thinking to themselves, you know, how college students how boys are always saying, well, let's go do this, let's go do this. So they decided to sneak into the tomb, which is the building the headquarters at Yale University for the Order of the Skull and Bones. And when they snuck into the tomb, they went into one of the rooms, and up on the wall were some words written in German, and they managed to copy that down and tell people what they had seen. It didn't mean anything to them. Those words were the ritual words for the regent level of the Illuminati, of the Bavarian Illuminati. Therefore, we have confirmed proof that indeed the rumors that people have been saying for a long time that the Order of the Skull and Bones is a branch of the Bavarian Illuminati, we know that as a fact. And then we also have some pretty good historical facts about who was behind Adam Weishaupt, which was a pseudonym, when he created the Bavarian Illuminati. So if you trace the people behind him that financed and mentored him, those go back to the original Illuminati. So it all connects. So Yale has five senior fraternities. The Order of the Skull and Bones is just one of them. Now, the Order of the Skull and Bones has gotten all of the focus, and people have pretty well ignored the fact that there's four others. There's the Order of Scroll and Key, there's the Order of Book and Snake, Wolf's Head, which has a military focus, and Brazilius. So those senior societies are different than what other colleges have, because generally, you know, when you're going to college, you join a fraternity, like let's say when you're a sophomore or a junior. But these are senior societies that are preparing people for when they launch into the world. And they have occult rituals, and they're very secret. But they're not the only fraternities that the Illuminati has as chapters. Actually, what's also gone unnoticed under the radar is that a lot of colleges have created branches. Wesleyan has the Skull and Serpent and the Mystical Seven. Princeton has the Ivy Club and the Cottage Club. Penn State has a Skull and Bones. Columbia has Axe and Coffin, Order of the Axe and Coffin. Dartmouth has the Dragon Society, the Cobra Society, Phoenix Society, Fire and Skull Society. Harvard has the Pig Club and the Fly Club. Oxford has the group. So there's more fraternities. There's more branches of the Illuminati than just the Order of the Skull and Bones. But the Order of Skull and Bones is very interesting because, like I say, we can track, we have been tracking them, looking at who their membership are, what positions of power their membership have. And it's very interesting to see that these members of the Order of Skull and Bones have incredible power. And when they start their careers, they will be like a nobody, and you're looking at them and you're like, this person doesn't have any experience, and they're given this position of power. And then the next thing you know, they bounce from this field over to this field, where you would think the person that's giving that position of power should have all kinds of experience. You know, I mean, they may be put into Department of Defense. Well, who should run the Department of Defense? Somebody who has all kinds of military experience, right? But they'll just throw somebody in there that's Order of Skull and Bones that, you know, doesn't have any, doesn't seem to have the qualifications at all. I'm sure they're giving them help, though, behind the scenes. So step by step, over many years, I have put the pieces together on these things, investigated different societies, like one insider who ended up losing his life after he gave me information. He told me about the Pilgrim Society. That's another Illuminati organization. And so eventually I was able to construct a nice little pyramid diagram of it all. And this diagram became rather famous. It's like in 1,000 places on the internet. Except the only thing about it is everybody dropped Fritz Springmeier, copyright 1995. So you don't know where it came from, but it's gotten out there, so that's great. So I know how these things connect. I know the memberships to some degree. I know the bloodlines. I know these families. And so we're going to look into this. Now, the thing of it is we've had a lot of people investigate how did this happen? How did 9/11 happen, right? But today we're going to focus on the beliefs of the perpetrators, you know. And for those of you that believe that the government is God and whatever they say is the gospel truth, you know, what I'm going to say right now to you is that even if the government is God and what they say is gospel truth, think this thing through here that I'm going to present to you. Science, scientists, scientific method depends on what? A theory, right? So don't denegate a theory. If you want to lump everything I'm saying into the category of theory, don't trash that, because that's how science works. It comes up with a theory, right? But I'm going to talk to you about these people's beliefs. The Illuminati are Satanists, Luciferians, and Satanists, and what they believe is not theory. It's there if you want to go out and look. You don't have to scratch that hard. If you want to take a fast track, read my books. But if you start investigating the occult, you'll find out that there's plenty out there that will tell you. So we're not dealing, when I tell you about their beliefs, we're not dealing with theories. We're dealing with actual facts. How those facts are applied to the 9/11 situation, I suppose some people may call that a theory, but I think by the end of this presentation, you'll have a different view on things if you're already not in line with where I'm going. By the way, how much time do I have?
As much as you want.
Oh, wow. Okay.